Okay, hi everybody. My name is Tina and I am here to bring you a very important question that I heard this week that I think you'll all like. Some will be in favor of it, some won't. Probably everybody will. The question is, as we're all knee-deep in our Mips reporting, as it's October 12th, to replace Mips or not. Are we going to replace Mips, completely just gut it, or are we going to continue with it? So that's what this video is on. So to replace Mips or to keep Mips or replace it, that's the question. Okay, so who is MedPAC? There's this group of experts that want to completely replace Mips. They're not for Mips. They find it to be completely ineffective, and they are very serious with this. They want to get rid of it, which is why I wanted to make this video. So who are they? They are a group of experts created by Congress in 1997. They are an independent agency, and they definitely hold a lot of weight with Congress and CMS. That's why this is so interesting to me. So yeah, they don't like Mips, and the reason why they don't want Mips is because they want to replace it with this voluntary value system. Okay, so I put together a comparison of Mips and this and what they're proposing with this value system, voluntary value system. So, okay, everybody knows by now that physicians receive a bonus or a penalty when it comes to Mips on 4 performance categories. And that physicians have to report their performance to Mips, which has been the biggest thorn in everybody's side, is to actually report on all 4 of these categories. That's why everybody is, aside from the penalty, that's why everybody is pissed off, is because nobody wants to report, because it's extremely cumbersome and the rules are so complex. Completely get it. Okay, so what the voluntary value system is saying is they're going to only withhold 2% of the physician fee-for-service payments if the clinician is not already in an advanced APM, and 180 to 245,000 clinicians will be in an advanced APM by December 2018. So if you're not already in an advanced APM, you can participate in this voluntary value system that has population-based measures on quality and cost. That's one of the biggest primary goal of MACRA. Their quality payment program was to deliver quality care and reduce the cost. So, and there would be no reporting. So CMS would track their performance, the clinician's performance, through claims. So there would be no reporting on the clinician's part. I mean, right there, I like that. And if they don't report, I mean, if they're not already in an APM, or they don't go into an APM, and they still don't want to participate in this voluntary value system, then they would get the 2%. They wouldn't get it back. You would get the 2% back if you join an advanced APM, or if you join the voluntary value system. So MedPAC wants to eliminate Mips because, what I said before, extremely complex and costly reporting requirements. They say more than $1 billion this year. I don't know. I didn't do the numbers, but I know it's high. Does not identify high quality clinicians. That I agree with. And doctors do not go into med school to check boxes. Well, I definitely strongly agree with that one, because they don't. And that's why they're upset, and that's why doctors are literally committing suicide, because they're unhappy with what their job requirements are becoming. And we need to re-inspire our clinicians. We need our physicians, we need our clinicians, and we don't need to make their lives harder. We need them to really focus on patient care, and I'm a strong believer on that. So that I definitely agree with. I do think this could be a separate video, but I do think that there are ways that MACRA's quality payment program, Mips, doesn't there are ways to look like an outstanding physician and get high scores when you're still delivering crap. I know that. Okay, so is there a future for the voluntary value system? Well, all commissioners are on board. There's about 17 of them. They're all on board except for one, because the one feels bad for all the clinicians that are getting used to Mips. And MedPAC does not like the 2%. They find the 2% is too small and it won't change clinician behavior, and I happen to agree with that. That's way too small, though that won't change anybody's behavior, 2%. So they're going to propose it to Congress, and we will see. Yes, they have weight with Congress and CMS. I think that they will have better luck pushing this through if it doesn't require changing the law, because changing the law only Congress can do. So that's going to take time. So I don't think they're going to replace Mips right away, like right here in this moment, completely gut it out. But I do think that this group, MedPAC, has some valuable points. And I like the points I said. I think that the physicians having to report their own performance is completely idiotic. Yeah, here are my other thoughts. Doctors totally didn't go to school to be, I mean, you got to hear this from me. They didn't go to school to just check boxes. And I am a firm believer, if you watch any of my videos or if you follow me, you know that I'm huge into embracing and nurturing and strengthening the clinician-patient relationship. I'm all about that, the way it was back in the old days when they started with the doctor buggies and they went around to everybody's house and they treated the patient and all of the family, and they were paid on goods. And I'm not saying people should be paid on goods, but I'm just saying that the relationship was there. There was a strength in the relationship, and the doctor knew all the patients and their families, and they treated all the families, and the doctors felt rewarded and the patients got good care. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a win-win. That's what the system needs to be. That's just my opinion. That's what I'm coming from. That's what I wrote. So those are my thoughts on to completely rip out Mips or keep it. I think probably everybody out there will have different thoughts on this because of their own experience with Mips. I mean, a lot's going to tell when the scores come out, and I'm anxiously awaiting that. The final rule's coming out for Mips. The final rule is due out in a couple weeks. I'm saying November 1st. They'll probably do a little bit before because they're already late on the final rule, by the way. Last year, the final rule came out on October 14th. So we still don't even have the final rule for 2018 Mips. But I will be sure to catch up to speed on that when it comes out. And hope you liked the video and have a great day.